Welcome back. Please like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel.
Good morning. Today we are looking at a major change in the world of technology. For many years, computers have used copper wires to move information, but now that is starting to change.
Hello, Alex. That is right. Today, the industry has reached a new standard for something called silicon photonics. Essentially, this means using light instead of electricity to move data inside large computer systems.
Why is this change happening now?
Well, as we use more artificial intelligence, our computers need to process massive amounts of data. Traditional copper wires are struggling. They get too hot and they lose signal quality. Light-based technology solves these physical problems.
The numbers are quite impressive. Experts say this transition will reduce energy use by about 40%. At the same time, it will make data move 10 times faster than it does today.
Exactly. It also allows engineers to design computers in a new way. They can now separate different parts of a computer, like memory and processors, across longer distances. This happens without slowing the system down.
This is also important for the economy. As President Trump's administration works to increase chip manufacturing here in the United States, these new light-based chips will be a primary focus for our factories.
It really is a long-term shift. By using light, our digital infrastructure becomes more stable and much more efficient. Leading companies have already started mass-producing these parts, so we will see this technology in use very soon.
It is a fascinating leap forward. Thank you for joining us for this update on the future of computing.
It was a pleasure, Alex.
Good morning. Today, we are looking at a major update in the world of technology. As gadgets that connect to the human brain become more common, the industry is introducing new rules to protect our privacy.
That is correct, Alex. These devices, often called brain-computer interfaces, are no longer just for medical use. They are now entering the regular consumer market. To keep users safe, tech companies have created the Neuro-Privacy Protocol.
It is a very important step. This protocol changes how brain data is handled. For example, there is a new edge-first rule. This means that a person's raw brain signals must stay on the device itself. They cannot be sent to the internet.
Exactly. Only high-level commands, like turn off the lights, are allowed to reach the cloud. This prevents companies from collecting what we call thought data. It ensures that your most private information stays under your own control.
I also noticed something called neural transparency labels. Could you explain those?
Certainly. Similar to food labels, these will tell users exactly which parts of their brain the device is monitoring. The goal is to build public trust. The industry wants to avoid the confusing privacy problems we saw when smartphones first became popular.
It is good to see these companies acting early. The industry has already started a slow rollout of these updates for all current and future products. Under the current administration, President Trump has emphasized the importance of keeping American data secure.
Indeed. This move marks a significant shift toward the ethical development of technology. It helps us enjoy the benefits of new gadgets while keeping our minds private.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. That is all for our tech update today. Stay with us for more news.
Good morning. Today we are looking at a major announcement from the U.S. Treasury. They have released a new plan for a sovereign digital dollar.
Hello, Alex. This is a very significant move. Under the current administration, the Treasury wants to link this new digital currency to the nation's large gold reserves.
That is interesting. Most modern currencies are not tied to physical assets. Why is the Treasury choosing this path now?
The goal is to combine two things: the efficiency of digital technology and the traditional stability of gold. By using gold, the government hopes to create a protection or a hedge against global market changes.
I see. So how will this digital dollar be used? Will it replace the physical cash we use every day?
No, it will not replace cash. The proposal says the digital dollar will coexist with regular money. It is designed mainly for large-scale international trade and transfers between big banks.
And what about the technology? Is it safe?
The Treasury plans to use a private, secure digital ledger. This allows the government to keep oversight while benefiting from the speed and security of modern blockchain technology.
Market analysts seem to be watching this closely. Some say it could fundamentally change how the world views reserve currencies.
Exactly. The main idea is to modernize the American financial system. By doing this, the U.S. aims to ensure that the dollar remains the world's primary currency in a digital economy.
It is a bold step toward the future of money. Thank you for that analysis, Jamie.
You are welcome, Alex. We will certainly keep an eye on this development.
Good morning. Today, we are discussing a major shift in the global commodities market. It seems the way we trade energy materials is changing.
That is correct, Alex. Trading platforms are now introducing specialized futures contracts for solid-state battery materials. This is a significant move as the industry transitions away from traditional liquid batteries.
For our listeners, these contracts are financial tools. They help companies manage price risks for rare materials like high-purity ceramic powders and lithium metal foils. Why is this happening now?
It signals that solid-state technology is moving from the experimental phase into large-scale production. Because these materials are so essential for the future of transport, many investors are now calling them the new oil.
That is a powerful comparison. In the past, the prices for these minerals were often very volatile and unpredictable. Will these new contracts help stabilize the market?
Yes, that is the goal. By using standardized contracts, manufacturers can create more predictable, long-term plans. Furthermore, the market is now demanding high-purity specifications. This ensures that the materials are safe and high quality for next-generation batteries.
It is interesting to see this happen under President Trump's focus on industrial growth. We are seeing these minerals become their own unique asset class, separate from general industrial metals.
Exactly. This specialization shows how mature the sector has become. It is no longer just a small part of the metal market. It is a distinct field that will likely dominate trading for years to come.
A very steady and logical step forward for the energy industry. Thank you for those insights, Jamie.
My pleasure, Alex.
Hello and welcome. Today, President Trump signed a major executive order to support U.S. factories. It is called the American Manufacturing Corridors Program.
That is correct, Alex. This policy is designed to bring new life to older industrial regions. The program creates special economic zones. In these areas, companies will receive tax breaks and follow fewer government regulations.
The initiative focuses on high-tech sectors, such as aerospace, robotics, and heavy machinery. By putting these businesses together in specific locations, the government hopes to create a community of experts. This should make production more efficient.
During the signing ceremony, President Trump said the goal is to bring high-paying jobs back to the American heartland. He wants to reduce the nation's reliance on goods made in other countries.
There is also an educational part to this plan. The Department of Labor will partner with local community colleges. Together, they will create training programs to teach workers the specific skills needed for these new factory jobs.
Both supporters and critics are watching this closely. It marks a clear shift toward the government playing a larger role in local industry. The administration believes this will secure supply chains and help the United States stay competitive globally.
It is a significant change in economic policy. We will continue to watch how these corridors develop. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Alex. We look forward to our next update.
Good morning. Today, we are discussing a major development from the diplomatic meetings in Geneva. A new agreement called the Reciprocal Trade Framework has just been signed.
Hello, Alex. This is a significant move by the U.S. delegation, acting under the direction of President Trump. The main goal of this framework is to create fair trade through what they call dollar-for-dollar parity.
For our listeners, could you explain what that means in simple terms?
Certainly. In the past, many American goods faced higher taxes or tariffs when entering foreign markets. At the same time, foreign goods often entered the U.S. with lower taxes. This new agreement creates a system where taxes must match. If one country charges a certain amount, the other will do the same.
So it is about balance. The framework includes a mechanism for automatic adjustments to keep things equal. Is that correct?
Precisely. It removes the uncertainty of sudden tax changes. The agreement covers many sectors, including agriculture and industrial products. While the transition might be challenging for some, officials say it will provide a more stable and predictable environment for businesses in the long run.
It sounds like a very systematic approach.
The U.S. Trade Representative has already mentioned the next steps. They will begin reviewing existing trade deals to make sure they follow these new reciprocal standards.
That is right. This signals a major shift in how the United States handles economic diplomacy. The focus is now on transparency and mutual benefit.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. This agreement marks a new chapter for international trade.
My pleasure, Alex. We will continue to watch how these changes affect the global market.
And that is all for our report today. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening, I'm Alex. Today we are discussing a major social program recently launched under the Trump administration. It is called the Civic Service and Vocational Initiative.
Hello, Alex. This initiative is quite ambitious. It aims to bridge the gap between high school, higher education, and the skilled labor market. Essentially, it offers a new way for young people to start their careers.
That is correct. The program invites high school graduates to participate in 2 years of supervised national service. They might work on infrastructure projects, environmental restoration, or urban renewal.
It is a significant commitment, but the reward is substantial. In exchange for those 2 years of service, participants receive a full scholarship. This covers 4 years of tuition at any state university or technical college.
It seems designed to solve 2 problems at once. First, it addresses the rising cost of education. Second, it helps modernize our nation's public infrastructure by providing a dedicated workforce.
Exactly. The program has already completed a pilot phase with record enrollment. Participants are reporting high levels of satisfaction. They feel they are gaining practical skills that a traditional classroom simply cannot provide.
Beyond the skills, many leaders are praising the initiative for fostering national unity. By bringing young people from diverse backgrounds together to work on common goals, the program strengthens our social fabric.
Social scientists are even calling it a blueprint for the future. They believe it creates a pipeline of disciplined, community-minded citizens who are ready to enter the modern workforce.
It is certainly a steady and logical approach to national development. We will continue to monitor the progress of this rollout as it moves across the country.
Thank you for the insightful discussion, Alex.
And thank you for joining us. We will see you in our next update. Good morning. Today, we are discussing a major change in how our coastal cities get their water. Many cities are now using advanced technology to turn seawater into fresh drinking water.
That is right, Alex. In the past, this process, called desalination, was very expensive and used too much energy. However, new plants are now using high-tech filters and recycled heat from local factories. This makes producing fresh water much cheaper.
It is a significant step for water security. These cities no longer have to depend on rainfall or melting snow from the mountains. For example, the first major city to fully switch to this system has already ended all seasonal water restrictions. Their citizens are even seeing lower utility bills.
This steady water supply is also changing how we design our cities. Because there is now a guaranteed supply of water, planners are adding more parks and urban oases. These green spaces help keep city centers cool and comfortable during the summer.
It is also interesting to see how they handle waste. The minerals left over from the seawater are being collected and sold to local industries. This creates a circular economy where almost everything is reused.
Exactly. This strategy is a key part of keeping our country's economic hubs strong. Under the current administration, President Trump has emphasized the importance of modern infrastructure. These projects ensure our cities remain vibrant, even when environmental conditions change.
It certainly provides a stable foundation for future growth. These technological advancements are turning a challenge into a great opportunity for the nation.
It is a positive step forward for everyone involved. Thank you for joining us for this report.
Goodbye for now.
Good morning. Today we bring you a significant report on a major scientific achievement in the United States.
Hello, Alex. Yes, it is a historic day. Researchers at the National Fusion Laboratory have successfully maintained a fusion reaction for 3 full days.
This is a milestone. For the first time, a reactor produced more energy than it costs to operate. This means fusion is no longer just a theory. It is now a practical solution for our power needs.
Exactly. The team used a new system of super-chilled magnets. These magnets kept the reaction stable for 72 hours, which was impossible until now.
This is very different from traditional nuclear power. Fusion does not create long-term radioactive waste, and there is no risk of a meltdown. It provides a constant flow of clean energy.
That is an important point, Alex. Unlike solar or wind power, fusion does not depend on the weather. It can provide steady power to our cities and factories at all times.
Experts are calling this the Apollo moment of our century. Engineering firms are already working with the laboratory to design the first generation of these power plants.
It will certainly change the global energy landscape. This breakthrough could provide the massive amount of electricity needed for advanced manufacturing and clean water production.
As the country looks forward, the Trump administration and private partners will likely focus on integrating this technology into the national power grid.
It is a promising step towards energy independence and a stronger economy.
Thank you for that analysis, Jamie. We will continue to monitor this developing story.
You are very welcome.
Good morning. Today we are discussing a significant breakthrough in the world of medicine. Researchers have announced successful results from a new trial to treat type 1 diabetes.
That is correct, Alex. This study used a specialized technology called CRISPR to reprogram stem cells. These modified cells were then given to patients to help their bodies produce insulin naturally.
For those following this story, the results are quite remarkable. The patients in the trial were able to stop their daily insulin injections and no longer needed to monitor their blood sugar constantly.
It is a major step forward. In the past, the biggest challenge was the immune system. Usually, the body would attack and destroy new insulin-producing cells. However, this new gene editing therapy allows the cells to survive and function without being rejected.
Many experts are calling this a functional cure. It moves medical science away from simply managing symptoms and toward a permanent solution for the disease.
This is not just good news for diabetes patients. This success proves that precision gene editing can work. Scientists believe this same method could eventually be used to treat other complex autoimmune diseases.
Of course, the therapy still needs final regulatory approval from the government before it becomes widely available. But the medical community is very optimistic.
It certainly is a hopeful moment. If approved, this treatment could drastically improve the quality of life for millions and reduce long-term healthcare costs.
A very clear example of how modern science is changing our future. Thank you for joining us for this update.
We will continue to monitor this story as it develops. Have a productive day.